Hey everybody, it's post-show headlines, this time with Connor Thomas, who has done such an exceptional job. You've been like fill-in MVP, whether it was on the afternoon show for like 6-7 weeks, and then now the last 2.5 weeks while I've been out and Andrew's been out.
Well, it's been fun. I got great coworkers. You guys all make it easy. So it's been a fun week. And I'm excited for this because we have questions from listeners.
Yes, and the post-show headlines questions, I went and searched for some that involve Connor, because Andrew and I will sometimes have questions that ask us about you or ask us about Haley and Brendan and
is he really
what we
that
do
dumb?
around here.
Yes.
No, you're very popular. They like you very much. So the questions come in, 5 questions every day. Please like and subscribe. We appreciate it when you do. Follow along on YouTube, and there's lots of great stuff on YouTube too. Even the guys on Unfiltered,
Yes.
who of course get all that FaceTime on TV, they still are doing a lot of fun stuff on YouTube. And also, too, you don't want to miss Mikey Miss. He's really upped his YouTube game.
Yes, he is. You can't
Mikey?
teach an old dog new tricks. We love Mikey.
Is he an old dog? Did you just call him an old dog?
Oh, it's
okay,
an expression.
here we go. Connor, first question here. What sitcom or TV dads? This was a question that AC asked on Instagram. And he wanted me to ask you and Haley and Brendan about it.
Mm-hmm.
What sitcom or TV dads do you think the crew think Andrew and I are like?
Oh, that's a great question.
A father on TV. Because he says, Andrew, we always joke, he goes, because Andrew, John, you always joke that Andrew's older than you.
Yes.
In his ways. I don't really think that. Some of his ways, yes, but not, not all of his ways. But so that was asked. And so was there any?
Yeah,
you can think of?
You would be a very, very involved dad. Always asking questions, always giving advice, somebody who's always constantly around. And I'm trying to think about who would be a good, maybe because you're a big sitcoms guy.
Right.
I'm not a huge TV guy. So I'm going to give you a description.
Okay.
If one pops into mind, let me know. But a TV dad who's very involved in their children's lives and always willing to talk about advice from something that they grew up with. Andrew's more like and it's tough because Coop's young, his son. So he could be the fun dad a little bit.
Danny Tanner.
Yeah, you know
See,
what?
I think Danny Tanner.
I think that'd be a great pick.
When I think of Coop.
Yeah.
And him. I would think of that. I'll tell you who Liv says I am. Did you watch Modern Family?
I never really did, no.
See, my daughter always says that she's Claire Dunphy and I'm Jay.
Yeah.
And I'm Jay, her father, Jay Pritchett. She goes, our relationship. She goes, Dad, we're Claire and Jay.
Yeah.
She goes, we always compete because she always wants to tell Dad I got it. But Dad and her always, if anybody ever comes for you, they're a team.
Yes.
But they can also like really go at it and everything like that. She goes, we're Claire and Jay. So that's how it would sort of be. But cartoons, I can't think of any.
Yeah, cartoons are weird.
Not Grunkle Stan, even though I love bonding with that over Dylan.
Yeah, Dylan
My
loves
Gravity Falls.
Falls.
I enjoyed Gravity Falls. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, I could also see like Andrew
It was a little
Salciunas.
deep for me, though.
I could see Andrew Salciunas as Mr. Turner from the Fairly Odd Parents, who's always working on his lawn. He's always arguing about his neighbors.
Yes.
And he just kind of like pops in and out randomly. Yeah, I like that comparison.
Okay, question number 2. CJ on Instagram says, by the way, CJ is female.
Oh, okay. I like that.
CJ is a school teacher. Okay? Wildwood seems very Connor. And I've heard him mention before Wildwood. Where does Connor hang out in Wildwood? Ray Dunn always talks about his spots in Wildwood, so tell the people where they could potentially run into. This is sort of like for the Wildwood Tourism Bureau.
People are going to track me down now.
Yes.
So I'll tell you, Wildwood is a little bit of a late addition in my life to the Jersey Shore.
But you
rotation.
mentioned it on air. I've heard you mention it a couple times.
So I was an LBI kid growing up because it was the closest, easiest day trip for me. And then once I turned 21, Sea Isle was definitely a big one.
Sure. Delco by the Sea.
But my sister-in-law's family has a house in Wildwood that's like a 5-minute walk from all the bars up there. Keenan's, Tacos and Tequila, all of those spots. The Inlet is one of my favorite places up there. And then Sea Point Pier is a big time spot for the day right on the boardwalk there. So I would say between the Inlet, Keenan's, Sea Point Pier, those are my top 3 spots down there in Wildwood.
Now, in the day, when you talk about in the day,
yeah,
it's okay. Let's say it's a nice beach day. It's a nice day. How early to the beach bar?
Pretty early. I
Really?
don't sit still very well. I'm not
I
really
know that. I work with you.
So when I go to the beach, I'll sit there for maybe 45 minutes to an hour, have a drink, maybe toss the football around for 30 minutes.
You don't get in the water?
A little bit. I'm
I
not a big
love the
water
water.
guy.
Oh my
I like the
gosh.
pool. The
Okay.
ocean kind of freaks me out a little bit.
Do they have a pool? Your in-laws?
No, they do not. No.
Your brother's in-laws.
Yes.
But they've adopted you.
Yeah, they have. Part of the family. We're all connected at this point. But
as long as Chase doesn't piss them off.
Yes. No, he's
he
good
better
to
not
go.
Screw that up.
No, they're locked in for life. They're married. But for me, I just get too bored too easily, so I'll get there by like 11:30, noon maybe. Head over to Sea Point Pier, grab myself a drink, maybe some lunch.
Darnell has a question, and Darnell asks, what coach or general manager would you want to share a one-on-one steak dinner experience with? You got a booth, it's one-on-one, coach, general manager, but he wanted you to keep it to Philly. And I have my answer, and I wanted to hear yours.
Are we keeping this to current, or are we going all time?
I think he's thinking, have them be alive.
Okay.
So you could invite them. I don't know what Darnell was thinking there, but make it be that somebody you could invite to dinner, steakhouse experience. You got a 2-man booth. Mm-hmm. You're sitting there, so it's going to be some conversation, some drinks, some good meal. Who is it? Coach or general manager?
Right. My one pick is actually off the list because Charlie Manuel, I've actually had a chance to have.
You chauffeured him around town.
Yeah. So I've asked him all the questions or a lot of the questions that I've wanted to ask. He would have been the first pick.
Really?
But because I've had that experience.
Interesting.
You know who I would go with? I would go with my guy, Dougie P. Doug Peterson would be my selection because I would love to. He did not hide it very well that he was fed up with the situation in Philadelphia in a lot of ways when he
didn't.
left.
So you'd get
I would not only get the Super Bowl questions in, but I would figure out the what went wrong questions, and that's really intriguing to me. What's in the locker room? What went on with your exit? What really did you in here in Philadelphia? Those would be the conversations that we talk about over a couple beers, a steak, and we go get some ice cream after.
You know what's funny is you pick Super Bowl winning quarterback, coach. I do too. Mine would absolutely be Nick Sirianni.
Yeah.
I would love to pick the brain of Nick Sirianni, just because so much about him is engaging and alluring. Like he's an interesting cat.
Yeah.
But I'd be fascinated just to hear how his mind works, what he thinks. And I'd be wondering if I'd be won over into his enthusiasm.
Yeah, I bet you would.
Because there's a lot about him that reminds me of you.
That's why I wouldn't pick Sirianni, because I feel like I understand that guy.
There's a lot about him that reminds me of you.
Yeah, and I don't want to go to dinner with myself.
Okay.
I've heard that's a tough experience for some people.
All right. You get to run Byron, I love this question.
Yeah.
You get to run a sports franchise for a year in professional sports.
Let's go.
Think of The Apprentice on television. You're running a franchise for a year, and your work is being documented. How you do it. What team in professional sports would you choose, and why would you choose that team?
I would choose the Philadelphia Eagles.
You would?
I would. Were you expecting me to say Phillies?
No. I'm just now my answer could be totally different.
Yeah. It would be the Philadelphia Eagles for me because it has to be football. Like, there's no doubt.
So yours would have to be football.
Baseball has the minor leagues. Hockey has the minor leagues.
But you're running the franchise.
Basketball has...
You get to run the franchise.
Right. I don't want the responsibility of having to know who these 19-year-olds from other countries are that I have to develop and understand. It's too much on my plate. I don't know how they do it. I have so much respect for that. Football, you are evaluating your players on your team. And there is no minor league to worry about. The most you have is the practice squad. And I'll leave that up to the coach. He can figure it out. But I would love to run the Eagles. And I would also love to do it because I feel like fantasy football, I've had some success. We've had some success together.
We have.
Winning the Fanatic League.
Collaborated very well.
2 years ago. And I think that's the team that I'd be the most passionate about running.
Did like 80% of it. Yeah. With all apologies to Keith Jones, I would love to run the Flyers for you. Because one of the things I'd love to do is I don't want to take a team that's successful.
You want more credit.
Correct. And I'd want to show what could I do to put my imprint on it in a year that somebody would go, well, I want him to run my franchise. because this would be like a Hard Knocks thing.
Yeah.
And everyone's getting a chance to watch you. And they'd go, dude, those Hard Knocks shows, Mike Smith never became an NFL head coach again after the Falcons.
Right.
And I was there for Hard Knocks with him. He came off looking bad because of it.
Yeah.
If you could look good doing that.
You might have a job for life.
Correct. And I wouldn't want a franchise that was really good.
Yeah.
I'd want one where I was bringing innovative ideas in, where I was doing that. And Jonesy, you're great. So don't give me any grief when you see me. But I would choose the Flyers because I would love to see the Flyers. And I do believe they're going to return to some level of prominence, as does Connor today.
That's right.
So the same thing goes with me there. So
yeah, I don't think I'd even want the job, if I'm being honest with you. It's not my bread and butter. I'm an athlete at heart, not a GM at heart. Okay,
well, Carter on Instagram rounds us out today. Question number 5. You find, Mike Missanelli brought this up yesterday. He brought up a story with him and Ray Dunn about a guy who he was cleaning out people's attics and garages from houses that I guess when people die.
Yeah.
And they say, it's yours. Take away the junk. Just get it out of here. It's yours.
Mm-hmm.
He found a Jackson Pollock painting.
Wow.
A guy. It was worth $6 million.
Yes.
The guy turned it in and shared and got a reward.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't keep it. It was his property.
Who did he turn it into?
He turned it into he didn't keep it. He could have kept it himself.
Right.
He turned it into the people who said, clear out the property, it's yours. And in the documents, it was his.
Right.
He couldn't do it to the people. And he ended up getting money for it. I think he ended up getting like a couple $100,000.
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't keep it. You find a piece of sports memorabilia from your favorite team or star. Nobody knows that you've stumbled upon this.
Yeah.
Do you return it?
Well, if they've given me the right to clean everything
No.
out.
Like, you stumble upon this. It doesn't say that. That just came from Mike.
Okay, gotcha.
Do you return it? Well, this question reminded me of that type of scenario that I heard yesterday from Mike. Nobody knows how you came upon this.
Yeah.
You could make up any story you think. I got it at an auction. I got it at but you stumbled upon this thing and you could return it. Could be a Super Bowl ring.
Yeah.
Could be a football. Could be
the memorabilia I'd have to return because for me, at least, there's emotion tied into that. For a Jackson Pollock painting, maybe some people get emotional about art. I don't. If you find a clip of money or whatever, it's just money. There's not emotional tie to it. But as much as it means to me, it could mean to the person it belongs to. And I wouldn't feel right taking that. Also, it's easier for me to say in this position that we're in because we have the opportunity to have so many once-in-a-lifetime sports experiences. So I understand how lucky we are to be able to have the experiences we do. I wouldn't want to take that away from another person. So I'd have to return.
The emotional attachment to money. Have you not seen Dylan? He literally weeps on payday.
That's true.
He opens his envelope and he weeps. I think he's so happy, or maybe something else. Hey, thanks for joining us. We answer the 5 questions every day. Like, subscribe, and you can send them in. The DMs are open. Send them on in. We appreciate you. Have a great weekend. Andrew's back next week.
Hey guys, Andrew Salciunas from Kincade and Salciunas. Thank you for checking out all of our stuff on YouTube. Make sure you click, like, subscribe on everything that you see. And of course, you can see everything from our YouTube feed. Full shows, interviews, When John's Being an Idiot, which is like 15 times a day. So make sure you check out all of our stuff on YouTube. We appreciate it.